Hello students of grade 11 applied maths. Today we will introduce the chapter Descriptive Statistic. Chapter 15. First, let us know what is statistics. Statistic is a branch of mathematics which deals with the collecting or collection, we can say, organizing, interpreting and presentation of the data. So this is the basic definition of the statistic, and under statistic we have descriptive statistic and inferential statistic. We are mostly going to deal with this descriptive statistic for grade 11. What does this descriptive statistic involve? It involves summarizing and organizing of the data so that they can easily be understood and used. For example, mean, median, mode, range, variance, standard deviation or standard variation, this bar graph, histogram, whatever you have learned in grade 10, this all falls under descriptive statistic. Inferential statistic makes inference or prediction from the data collected from the descriptive statistic. So make prediction from the whatever you are doing in the descriptive statistic, they will study this and make prediction for the data collected. Okay, let us know data. What is data? Data means collection of information, facts or figures. Like you are collecting a blood group of your classmate, that is collection of information, we can say it's a data. There are different type of data. Number one is primary data. The information, facts or figures collected by investigator personally with definite purpose or objective is called primary data. Like you are collecting by yourself personally. Suppose, for example, you are collecting the number of boys and girls in 20 families in your locality or in your colony. That means you are going and collecting the number of boys in and number of girls in particular family. And if you are collecting for 20 families, that information you are collecting by yourself, that is called primary data. Secondary data means information or fact or figure which has been collected by the other agency and is used for by the investigator for the different context is called secondary data. Like secondary data we can also call as recorded data, collection of recorded data. Like some data are recorded, like suppose you want to collect the weather report so of December month. So what you have to do, you'll collect the newspaper of December month and you're recording the data from the newspaper. That means you're collecting a recorded data. This is called secondary data. Okay, or you can also say that if you have to show male and female ratio of India, we have to refer to population census or data collected by the government. So secondary data means collecting a recorded data which was done in a primary data. So primary means collecting individually or personally by yourself, and secondary means collecting the recorded data in short form. Raw data means the numerical data recorded or obtained in its original forms as collected by the investigator received from sources is called raw data. Suppose you are collecting a blood group of 20 classmates. So you are asking first child, what's your blood group? O positive. Second child, A, B. Third child, A. Fourth child, B. Fifth child, A. Sixth child, O. Seventh child, B. These are called raw data. You are collecting directly. So in original form, this is called a raw data. Next, number 4 is univariate data. The data which consists of only one variable is called a univariate data. One variable means only if you are collecting a data of a blood group, that means you are collecting only for a blood group. There is no other variable. So example can be collection of blood group of 20 classmates or consider a weight of 10 students in your class. So weight of 10 students, that means there are only one variable, that is weight. It does not deal with any other cause and relationship. Thus it is called univariate data. The fifth one is bivariate data. The data which consists of two variables. Bi means two, so which consists of two variables is called a bivariate data. In bivariate data, each value of one variable is linked with the value of the other variable. Suppose, for example, consider the temperature and the units of ice cream sold as given below. Okay, suppose the temperature, if it is 27 degree, the number of ice cream sold was 1800. When the temperature increases 29 degree, number of ice cream sold was 1950. So 32 degree, when the temperature is increasing, even the number of ice cream sold is increasing. So there is a relation. As the temperature increases, the number of ice cream are more number of ice cream are sold. So we can say that we observe that the temperature and the units of ice cream are directly proportional to each other. As the temperature increases, more number of ice cream were sold. So there is a relation between this temperature and the unit of the ice cream sold. So when two variable is involved and there is a relation coming up, we can call it's a bivariate data. Multivariate data means if the data consists of three or more variable, we call it multivariate data. Okay, and there is a relation with three or more variables also. Please note down as I'm explaining. You can note down the notes from the beginning. You can pause and note down the notes. Raw data, univariate data, bivariate data, multivariate data. Why I'm giving this explanation, because as per the syllabus, you have to know all this type of data: raw data, univariate data, bivariate data, and multivariate data. Next, you have to know data on various scale. You have to do this chapter is very easy and it consists 12 marks. So just go through nicely. Okay, data on various scale. When you say scale, scale is a device or an object used to measure any object or event. So it's a device to measure any object and events in statistics. Okay, in statistics, the variable or the numbers are categorized using different scale of measurement. So we have to use different scale of measurement. And what are the various scale? There are 4 different scale of measurement, which are as follow: nominal scale, ordinal scale, interval scale, and ratio scale. This nominal scale and ordinal scale are called categorical scale, and interval and ratio scale are called numerical scale. These are called numerical because it involves numbers and everything, and this involves different collection of data. Okay, if you can draw this table, it would be nice. Types of data. We have categorical and numeral. Under categorical, we have nominal, ordinal, and under numeral, we have interval and ratio. So nominal consists only name variable. Like if you are collecting an information about male, female, for example, what is your gender? Here it does not include any numbers, just M or F. So male or female, we just have to tick. And what is the color of your hair? Black, brown, gray, and others. So they have given 4 options: 1, 2, 3, 4. This number doesn't means it's a numeral, just it indicate the color of the hair only. So if you tick 1 means it will be black. If you write 2 means it will be brown. If you write 3 means it will be gray. If you write 4 means it will be others. So in a nominal data, you can it's a name variable only. Ordinal data means it's a name variable but ordered also, like finding the ranking first position, second, third, fourth. So it has name as well as the ordered variable also. In numeral data, it has name, ordered, and the proportionate interval between the variable. I'll just give an example. In ordinal, it can be rank also, because numbers can be used here. Rank of the student in class according to the mark obtained, first, second, third, or assessing the frequency occurrence. How often do you go for picnic? This is an example. Is it very often, rarely, or do not at all? Or assessing the degree of satisfaction. These are coming under ordinal scale. Assessing the degree of satisfaction, question can be, how much satisfied are you? Totally satisfied, satisfied, dissatisfied, or totally dissatisfied. So you have to choose one option. To check the various degree of satisfaction. In interval, we can say that it has name also, it has ordered also, and proportional interval between the variable. You can see the characteristics to understand. In an interval scale, the order and the exact difference between the variables are known. We can find the difference between the variable also. The interval scale is quantitative and it can quantify the difference between the values of different scale. In interval scale, you will see that when you say the difference between 1 and 2 is equal to the difference between 3 and 4, further the difference between 2 and 4 is twice the difference between the number of 1 and 2. These are coming all under variable scale, not interval scale. The temperature, the measurement of temperature such as Celsius temperature scale or Fahrenheit temperature scale, these come under interval scale. It has certain interval only, 0 to 100 degree, or in Celsius scale, and Fahrenheit scale means it will go from 32 degree to 180 degree. And the last one is ratio data. It has name also, it has order also, it is proportional also, and can accommodate absolute zero also. You have to know that we cannot accommodate zero in this interval. For the first chapter exercise, you have, these are only definition you have to know as per the syllabus. The third part of the syllabus is data representation and visualization. When you say data representation, we can represent data in the form of bar graph, and bar graph are of 4 different types: simple bar graph, multiple bar graph, subdivided bar graph, percentage subdivided bar graph. So we'll be doing all these things in the next video. Pie chart or pie diagram, which you have done like this circle graph, this fall under pie chart. Histogram you did in grade 9 with equal class size. Histogram means there is no attachment, there is attachment, like this we used to draw, and with different class size also. You have done in grade 9 also, but we're going to learn this year also. Frequency polygon, the graph where we find the mid value and do like this. Frequency polygon. Frequency curve is same as frequency polygon. In frequency polygon we use ruler to make a line, straight line, but in frequency curve you just have to do with freehand. Okay, so this you are going to do in the next class. Pause the video and write everything. Thank you so much.